Okay, now we're getting into some cool songs toward the end of the third book of Beginning Rock Guitar. I don't put the songs in the book because of copyright problems and that, but I, kind of have separate sheets that. But anyway, the this is "Twist and Shout" by the Beatles. I'm just going to play it, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, all right. Now this is a condensed version of the song. When he does that, when they do that bridge, that the first time, then they go back into the verse again. But at the end, they have those triplets and a cool ninth chord at the end. That's a D ninth, and I've got it charted out on the bottom of the tablature page. So in the beginning, the intro, before they start singing, it's a little more basic. It's like you've got to shift from third finger on the fourth fret to first finger on the fifth fret. That's a little tricky, and you've got pickup notes. So if you count 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and then they go into more full sounding chords, bar chords, but a D chord, a G, and then a A seventh with the pinky on the eighth fret of the second string. And then that little walk up, instead of 0, 2, 4, you're doing 5, 7, 4, 5. And I would do fingers 1 to 1. Like I'd go 1, 3, 1, 1. Like that. Yeah. So full bar chords. And that has a different sound to it than the intro. And when you do the intro, that 3 and 4, you want to hit it's a G chord, but we're not fingering all 6 strings. I mean, we're not doing all 6 strings of the G chord. We're fingering it with fingers 2 and 1. And normally I don't suggest that fingering for a full G chord, but in this case it's necessary. And you're going, and I've got 3 strings, and then so you're hitting the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings, and then you're hitting the 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings. But you're accenting, it's kind of like an offbeat Latin rhythm, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, like that. It's offbeat. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, full chords, add a nice change from the intro. And then after you do the verse, you go into the George Harrison lead guitar part, and this is one of the most basic lead guitar parts that one could ever learn. So we haven't really done any lead guitar so far, but this one's pretty cool, and it's fairly easy. You're doing thirds. And he's going like third and second fingers, and you're hitting double stops, pairs of strings. And what I usually do, and what I hear George doing, is kind of rolling the pick like ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. And it kind of gives a kind of a steel drum calypso sound to it. And I think he's doing rest strokes, all downstrokes with the pick, but you're doing a rest stroke, which kind of brings out the high note of the chord. So it's kind of lazy and also very meticulously accurate. You know, you don't want to hit 3 strings on any of those chords. It's 2 strings, and they're short. You kind of like cut, 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 bum, 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 bum. Very calypso kind of rhythm, but it's the way you want to count it. You want to be very careful to count it properly. It'd be good to count like you could just do an open string, like 5th string, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and rest, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4. So you have a dotted quarter, and then 8th note, and then you have 8th quarter, 8th, and then you have a dotted quarter rest on the second measure, and then an 8th note, and then 2 quarter notes. So it's, again, you count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and rest and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, like that. It's the same rhythm, and he goes through the cycle really 4 times. You know, it's like. And then on this abbreviated, after that we go into that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So it goes into triplets at the end to end it. It's like putting on the brakes. The 8th notes are faster, straight 8th notes, and the triplets are a little slower, more deliberate. I think the drummer, Ringo, hits a couple of before they hit that final chord, like plup, plup, like that. It's been a long time since I've actually heard the song, but you should listen to it on YouTube and don't do as I do as I say. Okay, I haven't listened to it in a long time, but it's kind of burned into my brain. You know, if you're not that familiar with it, and I know a lot of young students, they don't remember that song like I do. You know, because it was one of the first Beatles songs on the radio, you know. I think the first one I ever heard was I Want to Hold Your Hand. And then it was probably this one, Twist and Shout. And this is an Isley Brothers song. It's an R&B song. that they took from the Isley Brothers, and you should listen to that version. You know, that's a great version. So again, I'm going to play through it, and then we'll wrap it up. But cool song, Twist and Shout, Beatles a la Beatles here, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3. Now the D ninth is the best way to learn that chord is to first bar strings 1, 2, and 3 with your third finger and roll it to the right. Roll it on the right side of the finger, and then it's sort of like you're crossing over with fingers 1 and 2, but I would get the bar first and then cross over. So you have frets 5, 4, and I'm not getting a very good 4th fret there, but 5, 4, 5, 5, 5. I'm not playing it very well. I usually don't play a 9th chord this way. I usually play it with 2, 1, 3, and 4, and I leave out the first string, or I flatten the 4th finger. But with a flat bar with your 3rd finger, it is possible when you work with it. See, now I'm getting it. 4th string's a little muffled, but it's a cool chord. And you want to walk up each fret. It's chromatic. It's open, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret with 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fingers, and then shift to 1st finger on the 4th fret and 2nd finger, which gets you in position for this 9th chord. So it's like da, 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 bum, like that. And you're going back to the lead part. So notice I'm kind of jabbing with the pick. It's like I'm rolling through with each chord. If I mute, you can hear it. And I'm doing a rest stroke, so I'm going down into the strings, resting. Like when I hit this, I'm resting my pick. I'm hitting the 5th and 4th strings, but resting my pick against the 3rd string. So, sorry, it's late. Takes a little practice. You might just stay on one chord and that's tricky. You're going 3rd and 2nd fingers, 3rd and 2nd fingers, 1st and 2nd to 3rd and 2nd, and then 1st and 3rd to 3rd and 2nd, 1st and 3rd. So these are thirds. Some of them are major thirds. This is a major third. This is a minor third, major third. This is a minor third, major third. They're all thirds. So don't accuse me of never teaching you a lead guitar part. This is probably the first one, really real one that we've done. Okay, so it's we got to get into it gradually. All right. Um, so take care, and please like and subscribe, and look for John Hedger Guitar Studio on both Facebook and Instagram, and here on YouTube. Thank you so much.